This is the L2C Media Network and live from the Fred McLeod Studios live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. This is Steve Sporty Balls. I'm Harry von Stuttgart, your announcer. This broadcast is presented, as always, by the L2C Media Network. Now, the man who knows the value of pie, at least the chocolate peanut butter version, our buddy Steve, the Bex Man Bex. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to our broadcast. We originate here, at least for now, from our Palatial Jackson Studios, and we still have our we still have the GoFundMe page up. We're now at $195. We need that to go a bit more up. So please tell your friends. I'm going to share it and get some more people to donate. I almost said pledge, but we need your donations. I've got a few calls to make tomorrow, and hopefully things will get better. God, I'm hoping. All right. Okay, but let's leave that for leave that for now, and let's get going with what we do best, what we do every night, unless something happens and we're unable to do it. I had to take Sunday off because we had a pay-per-view and our show started way late. So I had to, plus after our podcast, I started to have but I will not bore you with the information in that. Let us just, I am having a very hard time with this, so please bear with me. And with that said, let's do what we do, and that is sports. Let's go first to our basketball segment and get you ready for everything. And as always, the scoreboard is presented by Caesars Sportsbook. Always remember, we are Caesars, but Caesars know their limits. And yes, friends, they sure do. So just remember, if you think you got a gambling problem and you need some help, some information. Hey, hi there, Matt. How you doing? Which today was one of our best episodes, and I came up with a great idea. Also, I hope we get more people to donate to that GoFundMe. I'm hoping so too. I even went so far as to tweet Tony Khan, the owner of AEW. So I'm hoping to get somewhere with that. But anyway, let's go with the plug. We are, of course, our scoreboard is presented by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. Always remember, we are Caesars, but even Caesars know their limits. And if you think you have the beginning of a gambling problem, call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. All right, let's get on with it, shall we? Yes, we shall get on with it. There we go. It's halftime right now between the New York Knicks and the Sacramento Kings. Kings lead it by a score of 63 to 48. Let's keep going. Shallst we? We shallst. Yeah, I better get close here. All right, I've already did that one part. All right, in overtime, the Detroit Pistons beat the Atlanta Hawks by a score of 113 to 110. Philadelphia 76ers neutered the Bulls 121 to 106. Miami Heat blasted the Rockets of Houston 123 to 106. Minnesota Timberwolves devoured the Portland Trailblazers 124 to 81. Wow. That's a shock and a stunner. The downfall of the Lakers continues. No, you can't blame it on HBO Max in that little miniseries. San Antonio Spurs beat the LA Lakers 117 to 110. Dallas Mavericks over the Utah Jazz 111 to 103. And the Golden State Warriors beat the Denver Nuggets by a score of 124. Excuse me, I knew I would blow it. Denver Nuggets beat the Golden State Warriors 131 to 124. If you think that's it for basketball, oh, you don't know us very well, friend. You don't know us very well. Why? Because there is more than just pro basketball, as ye will about, as ye will see as we take you now to women's college basketball scoreboard. That's right, women's college b-ball. Hoop la doody, doody doo. Yes, indeed. Okay, everything good? Good. Everything solid? Everything not moving. All right. We're in our element. Okay, let's go to it. Only 2 games for ladies tonight. Number 6 ranked UConn beat Villanova by a score of 70 to 49. Beat 6 ranked UConn beat Villanova 70 to 40. And 15th ranked BYU outlasted Portland 59-52. That's the women. How about the men? How did they do tonight? Yes, how did the men do tonight? We shall show you. And only 2 games for the men. Yeah, 2 games. It's exciting. All right, let's go to the one that is still going on. In fact, it's just started. 17th ranked St. Mary's in Santa Clara, starting on ESPN2. No score yet because they just started. And number 1 ranked Gonzaga, Zaga. I can't stop this feeling. Gonzaga leads or beat San Francisco 81 to 71. And we've done the pro. We've done both men and women's college basketball. So you know what that means. That's right. It's time for the G League. That's right, kids. Time for the G League scoreboard, presented not only by Caesars Sportsbook and Casino, but also by the fun folks at Gatorade, who remind you, is it in you? If it isn't, it should be, because those electrolytes need refilling, and Gatorade does a great job of it. Gatorade, is it in you? It should be. All right, let's rock and roll, because I think we only had 1 game tonight in the G League, and that'll be ferreted out to me, and it has been. The Birmingham Squadron beat up the Texas Legends 123 to 109. That's right. Legends not doing so good. We haven't done a standings yet for the G League, have we? No, we haven't. Let's do that right now, if we may. And we shall. So let's see how things are going in the Eastern Conference. Motor City Cruise up and at 'em at 15-6. Raptors 905 in second, 17-7. Delaware Blue Coats in third, 13-6. Long Island Nets in fourth, 16-8. And you're probably wondering what the heck? Yeah, what the heck are we doing here? We've had a screw up here. You know that? We've had a little screw up. Yes, the G League website here that we're reading off the standings is not very good when it comes to yeah. Can we find something a little better, guys? Thank you. Boom. We're gonna need standings, guys. Thank you. Just we need the G League season standings, and I think we got them. Yay, we do. They're screwed up, but okay. I get. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Percentages. Okay. Read the percentages. All right. In the Eastern Conference, Motor City Cruise. They got they got good. They're 15-6. 714 percentage. 70. Actually, let's just do it this way. 71%. Second place, Raptors 905 with 70% at 17-7. Delaware Blue Coats in third at 68%, 13-6. 13 and is that an 8? Yeah, 13. No, it is a 6. 13-6. Long Island Nets in fourth at 67%, 16-8. Capital City Go-Go, 57%, 14-7. They are in fifth. Sixth place goes to the Grand Rapids Gold at 13-10 and 56%. Westchester Knicks next up on the board in seventh at 11-10, 52%. Windy City Bulls next, 11-12, 48%. Maine Celtics are next, 9-12, 43%. College Park Skyhawks, also 9-12, 43%. Fort Wayne Mad Ants, 9-13, 41%. Wisconsin Herd, 18-14. They took a little trip, 36%. Lakeland Magic, 7-13, 35%. Greensboro Swarm, 6-15, 29%. And finally, the Cleveland Charge, 3-16, 16%. That's the Eastern Conference. Let's give you a little shout out on the Western Conference. Rio Grande Valley Vipers, 16-6, 73%. South Bay Lakers in second, 14-7, 67%. As also the Agua Caliente Clippers in the same level and stretch, 14-7, 67%. Austin Spurs, 10-9, 500. 10-9. 53%. Birmingham Squadron, 11-10, 52%. Iowa Wolves, even at 10-10. That means they're 50%. Oklahoma City Blue, 48%, 12-13 record. Stockton Kings, 10-11 record, 47%. Sioux Falls Skyforce at 11-13. They're at 46%. Texas Legends, 10-12, 45%. Santa Cruz Warriors, 10-13, 43%. Memphis Hustle, 8-15, 35%. And last but certainly not least, in the gerrymanders as the Beaver, that would be Salt Lake City Stars, 6-16, 27%. Whoa. That is deep. And a lot of people should know that. Way deep, if you ask me. Way deep. Okay, and that's going to wrap it up for the basketball segment. Let's now take you to America's fun-loving sport. That, of course, we go, as we all say, we go from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice. That's right. It's time to go from the ball of basket to the puck of hockey. Not much of a schedule tonight. Nothing, as we like to say, nothing big. So let's give it to you. Third period, we're still. Thank you. See how quick that update is? 9:43 left to play in regulation. Calgary Flames lead the Edmonton Oilers 2-1. Final score. Yes, friends, they do have final scores here. Yeah, is there a sight to behold? More than a panic. More than a feeling. Okay. Okay, let's go to it. We got final scores for you, and here they are. Florida Panthers over the Buffalo Sabres by a score of 6-1. Barkov for Florida, 1 goal, 2 assists. Montour for Florida, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Marchment for Florida, 3 assistos, otherwise known as 3 assists. Wow, that's heavy, isn't it? All right. Final in overtime, Los Angeles Kings beat the Boston Bruins 3-2. Athanasal for LA, 1 goal. Coyle for Boston, 2 assists. Smith for Boston, 1 goal, 1 assist. We go up. Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-4. Matthews for Toronto, 1 goal, 1 assist. Bunting for Toronto, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Domi for Columbus, 2 assists. And thank you. Finally, the Colorado Avalanche beat the New York Islanders 5-4. Here are the 3 stars. Makar for Colorado, 2 goals, 1 assist. McKinnon for Colorado, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Lee for New York, 2 goals, 1 assist. So there you go. If you think we're done with hockey, no, friends, we are not. Why? Because we have college hockey to give you, both men and ladies, unless the schedule once again leaves us. And for the men, there was no action. How about for the ladies? Were there action for the ladies? No games for the ladies. Okay. So we go from there to our minor league hockey segment, where who knows what goes on behind live ice. Let's go right now to the American Hockey League and give you the scores there. Yes, we go, ladies and gentlemen. We go forth and allow ourselves to bend and twist and try to look very much live as we think, well, close, very close, boom, boom. There you go. We got a boom and a boom and a boom, 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 de boom, de boom, de boom. All right, let's rock and roll. There are only 2 games on the schedule for tonight, so let's give you those 2 games. Glad to have you on with us tonight. End of the second period, otherwise known as the second intermission. The Bakersfield Condors lead the Ontario Reign 2-1, and a final score: Springfield Thunderbirds beat the Laval Orquette 5-2. Okay, we've done the AHL. Let's go to the Big O. That is, of course, the Let's go to the Big O. Thank you. To the Big O, and that is the Ontario Hockey League. And there's only 1 game on the schedule. Owen Sound beat Guelph by a score of 5-3. So we're done with the Ontario scoreboard. And before we go any further, we got to do a nice little plug because tonight he's back. That's right, kiddos. He's back, the man, the myth, the legend, the humble Minnesota lawyer Nick Raketa has returned from a brief little pause. And Nick, of course, hosts the show called Lost Blaming the Interwebs. Tonight, we have an update on his war with a cheesy little channel owned by Dan Abrams called Law and Order. No, it's called Law and Crime. Sorry, Mr. Wolf. It's called Law and Crime. And I'll tell you, Jack is back. Law and Crime responds to Nick. And, well, tonight he tastes the Black Nikita. Ooh, that's going to be something to see, don't you think? I know I'm going to see it. So, folks, don't forget, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And it is coming up in about 4 minutes on the Raketa Law channel here on YouTube. So please, please, please enjoy watching. Okay, let's get back on the minor league hockey ice and take you now from the AHL to the Echo, which is the East Coast Hockey League, no matter what is said. Haha. So here we go. It's the Echo. It's the echo of my heart. The echo of my heart. Thank you. Let's go to the scores quickly while the audience decides whether that joke was worth it. Waha. Okay, no games tonight, so there's only one game tomorrow. So there you go. No action in the Echo or in the Echo Chamber. So let's go over to the Southern Professional Hockey League, or as we like to call it with affection, the Spiel. The Spiel. Yes, the Spiel, money play. And let us begin. No games from the Spiel. Boy, we're light load of hockey, friends. Light load. Let's go to the FIPL, the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And by gum, by golly, do we have scores? Do we have something to talk about? Is there anything we can talk about? Well, not really, because they won't be back in action until Thursday. Are you right? Yep, Thursday. So at least we got two hockey leagues that had some action going. So that is going to do it for our hockey segment. And we have now 35 minutes to go. So, with that understood, let us bring you what we normally bring you a little bit ago. Let's give you some detail on some sports headlines. And of course, the major talk. The NFL, even though they don't play until September with preseason in August, the NFL still makes news on the offseason. The star wide receiver. Okay, there we go. We got the full script. Thank you. Calvin Ridley stepped away from the Falcons and the NFL after just 5 games of the 2021 season, citing mental health reasons. Well, the star wide receiver won't be returning anytime soon. A week before the official start of the offseason, the NFL announced Monday that the 27-year-old Ridley has been suspended indefinitely, well, at least through the 2022 season, for betting on NFL games during his absence from football last season. Ridley specifically placed parlay bets on various games from his phone, per Mike Garafolo from NFL Media, including Falcons games. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell wrote a letter to Ridley informing the wide receiver of the suspension. He said, quote, "There's nothing more fundamental to the NFL's success and to the reputation of everyone associated with our league than upholding the integrity of the game. That is the responsibility of every player, coach, owner, game official, and anyone else employed in the league. Your actions put the integrity of the game at risk, threaten to damage public confidence in professional football, and potentially undermine the rep- reputations of your fellow players throughout the NFL." End quote. Now, Ridley has since responded to the ordeal, posting on Twitter later Monday that he bet 1,500 total. Along with this rebuttal, "I don't have a gambling problem." Yeah. Ridley's Falcons' future was already unclear after the former first-round pick did not return to Atlanta after his October departure. Now he'll be ineligible to apply for NFL reinstatement until at least February 15th, 2023, assuming he does not successfully appeal his suspension. Ridley's contract will toll one season as a result of his indefinite ban, meaning he is now under contract with the Falcons through at least 2023. That is, unless Atlanta makes a subsequent move to release Ridley in the wake of this controversy, and golly gee, I have a feeling they will. Before his abrupt departure in 2021, Ridley had emerged as one of the NFL's top up-and-coming pass catchers. The Alabama product topped 800 receiving yards in each of his first two seasons, then broke out with 90 catches for 1,347 yards and 9 touchdowns, and some very good All-Pro honors in 2020, the pandemic year. Ooh. Okay. Let's keep going. In the NBA, no, I did not call for, what's her name? The NBA, Lakers legendary coach Phil Jackson has been in contact with Jeannie Buss all season regarding team matters, per report. Yeah. The LA Lakers picked up a much-needed win on Saturday night, coming back from a 14-point deficit to beat the Golden State Warriors and snap a 4-game losing streak. LeBron James led the way with 56 high-scoring points for his Laker tenure, and for one night at least, there were good vibes around the team. Now, based on how this season has transpired, though, it was always only a matter of time before the drama started up again, and it has on Monday in a rather unexpected way, as it turned out. Former Laker head coach Phil Jackson quietly has been in contact with Lakers owner Jeannie Buss, also his former fiancée, all season long regarding team matters, according to the Athletic's Bill Oram and Sam Amick. Let's see. Truth be told, in the report, truth be told, Buss's desire to hear Jackson's point of view on this team should surprise no one, especially because of his close ties with Kurt Rambis, who, like Rob Pelinka with Kobe Bryant, has the kind of close connection with Jackson that has long been considered a factor when it comes to his own stature. Jackson, who lives in Los Angeles during the winter as a respite from his Montana home base, has been very close with Rambis for decades. They coached together during 2 of Jackson's 5 Laker titles in 2002 and 2009, then came closer to reuniting in 2012 when then Lakers executives Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss stunned the NBA world by picking Mike D'Antoni instead. Now, it's hard to know exactly what to make of this revelation without knowing more about Jackson's involvement. Is he simply a sounding board for Buss, someone he has had a very close relationship with for a long time, or has he unofficially been influencing team decisions? Interesting. Now, the note regarding his interest in the Russell Westbrook situation is particularly interesting. Hey, evening LDG of Geeks Enjoy. Glad you're here. Glad I'm here. Glad everybody's here. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. By the way, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and everything will be wonderful. Yes. Let's see. I'll try that again. The note regarding his interest in the Russell Westbrook situation is particularly interesting given recent reports that higher ups in the Lakers front office have been pushing for Westbrook to be removed from the starting lineup, something head coach Frank Vogel has reportedly resisted. It would certainly be notable if Jackson played a part in those discussions. Yeah, I got to agree. We also can't ignore the contentious past between Jackson and LeBron, which stems from a 2016 incident in which Jackson called LeBron's friends and business associates a posse. LeBron later responded by saying, "I'm not a fan of Phil Jackson." Again, we don't know Jackson's level of influence nor what LeBron thinks of it, but it's hard to imagine he's very thrilled. Now, while you can understand why Buss would reach out to Jackson, the shadowy aspect of his influence is not just what this team needs right now. The team needs an entire rebuild from the neck up. So there you go on that story. Mm-hmm. And if you had a Hall of Fame quarterback and you want to keep him, you would do anything. You would do anything for Green Bay. Well, with Aaron Rodgers torn about where he wants to play next year, it appears the Packers are trying their best to make his decision very easier. And they're doing that by offering him a boatload, although that word we can obviously of money. Now, according to the folks at ESPN, the Packers have made long-term contract offer to the four-time MVP, and it's an offer he can't refuse. Literally, it is so big that it will alter the cornerback market. Now, although the report doesn't mention the exact terms of the deal, it wouldn't be surprising at all to learn that the contract offer is worth the kind of money that would make Rodgers the highest paid player in the National Football League based on each annual salary. The current title of highest paid player belongs to Patrick Mahomes, who signed a 10-year, $450 million extension in July. Now, if the Packers offer is truly going to alter the market, then the new deal would almost certainly have to pay Rodgers more than $45 million per year that Mahomes is making. Now, there was a report last year Rodgers could end up getting nearly $50 million per year in a new deal with the Pack. It's looking like that may happen, unless he also gets part ownership. Ooh, wouldn't that be interesting? The fact that the offer leaked out actually makes the Packers look good because if Rodgers decides to leave, Green Bay can just point to the offer and say, well, we did everything we could to keep him. Now, for the Packers, the one huge upside to giving Rodgers a market-altering deal is that it would actually help them with cap space for 2022. Now, under his current deal, Rodgers has a cap hit of nearly $47 million for the upcoming season. But if he gets a new contract, the Packers could possibly shave $20 million to $25 million or more off that hit. Now, according to Over the Cap, the Packers are currently $26.4 million over the projected 2022 salary cap, which means a new deal with Rodgers might be enough to get them salary cap compliant without making any other moves. That being said, they'll need to make more cap room because they still have to get Davante Adams under contract. If Adams gets tagged, his one-year deal would take up $18.42 million in cap space. Now, Rodgers has been saying for weeks that he'd like to make a decision about his future by the time the franchise tag deadline rolls around, and that deadline will be hitting tomorrow at 4 p.m. So now, what do? Well, we're going to have to find out for ourselves at 4 o'clock on Tuesday. The bottom line is that no one seems to have any idea what Rodgers is going to do, and that's mostly likely because he doesn't even know. But we will, maybe, possibly. All right, let's get some more NFL. Okay, the NBA news. More NBA news with the Antonio Spurs 117-110 win over the LA Lakers on March 7th, which is tonight. Now it's March 8th. My, how time flies. Greg Popovich is now tied with Don Nelson as the two winningest coaches in NBA history. The Spurs snapped a four-game losing streak in their victory over the Lakers, and it gave Popovich his 1,335th career win, which ties Nelson for the most the league has ever seen over a head coaching career. Now, the primary difference between the two legendary coaches is that Nelson accumulated his wins across four different franchises in 5-year total coaching stints. Nelson led the Bucks, Warriors, Knicks, and Mavericks, but Popovich has only ever coached a single NBA team. In '96, Popovich, then serving as San Antonio's general manager, fired Bob Hill and inserted himself as the team's head coach. That proved to be one of the best moves he's ever made. The Spurs have since become one of the winningest teams in NBA history. Under Popovich's watchful eye, he's won 5 championships in San Antonio, reached the NBA Finals a total of 6 times, and helped develop a number of unheralded prospects like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker into superstars. Now at 73, Popovich is leading a much younger team. His Spurs almost certainly won't reach the playoffs this season as they rebuild around first-time All-Star DeJounte Murray. But Popovich has remained in place to help oversee the transition into the next era of Spurs basketball. In the process, he's picked up the last few wins he needed to make history. Now Popovich will have a chance to break the tie with Nelson as soon as Wednesday, March 9th, when the Spurs play the Toronto Raptors. Popovich has already won NBA championships and a gold medal while leading Team USA in the Olympics. He is a lock to be enshrined in the Hall of Fame, and this record will be the cherry on the top of one of the greatest coaching careers in basketball history, and we agree with him. Ooh, do we agree with him? That's right, we do agree. Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Yep. And right now, let's get with the program there, because I think we got a couple of media bites. Okay, but before we do that, let's give you the franchise tracker from the NFL, 2022 NFL Franchise Tag Tracker. Here are the full list of players who received tags ahead of free agency. Let's see. Orlando Brown from the Kansas City Chiefs. Jesse Bates from the Bengals. David Njoku for the Browns. And some unofficial moves. The Bucks are expected to tag Chris Godwin. Patriots not expected, however, to tag J.C. Jackson. Nice. Dalton Schultz. Well, they're seriously considering tagging him, the Dallas Cowboys are. And that is all the fun, thrills, chills, and all that the tracker has to offer for us tonight. Wow. Okay, we go from one extreme to the next, and we leave our sports for a moment and get you over to a little media report, courtesy of our friends from Awful Announcing. Yes. And right now, ooh la la, looks like the boys at Fox are in a little tailspin NFL-wise. We'll explain. Now, the vast majority of talk about NFL broadcasting changes this offseason has been about broadcast booths, with Fox's Troy Aikman and Joe Buck reportedly heading to ESPN, and with a lot of remaining uncertainty about Al Michaels, Amazon, and more. Those who represent sideline reporters would undoubtedly like to make sure we don't forget about them as well, and that's important context to keep in mind. With the latest report here with Andrew Marchand of the New York Post writing Monday about Aaron Andrews' contract with Fox. It says here that The Post has learned that Fox's top NFL sideline reporter, well, I wouldn't say top because we all know the top sideline reporter is Pam Oliver, will become a free agent shortly. Fox would like to keep her, according to sources. ESPN recently re-signed Lisa Salters to continue on its sidelines. Salters is expected to stay in her role on the Troy Aikman-led Monday Night Football. ESPN would have interest in talking with Andrews, according to sources, about a return to the network where she started. However, no discussions yet. Amazon and NBC, in theory, could be a landing spot for Andrews as they are in need of sideline reporters, but an initial indication from sources was that they may not be viewed as a match. NBC's Michelle Tafoya retired from Sunday Night Football sideline, but in-house candidate Catherine Tappan is expected to replace her. Now, that was from the New York Post. Now, an important note in there is about the lack of obvious landing places. If Tappan gets elevated to replace Tafoya, who has pivoted to politics and Fox News, NBC has no further need there for there to be one game a week. Sure, Amazon could be in play, but there are seemingly plenty of people that could tab, or they could tab, and even at Fox itself. While Marchand reports that they would like to keep her, may well be correct. They have quite a few prominent sideline reporters besides Andrews, including Rinaldi and Christina Pink. An ESPN reunion might make some sense, especially with that network reportedly set to get a larger NFL package, but that's not a sure thing either. Now, Andrews has done a solid job on college football and NFL broadcasts for the four-letter monolith and then Fox for the past decade plus. And it certainly seems likely there will be some sports media work for her in the years ahead, but there are a lot of questions about just what that will look like. We'll see how this all plays out. And for headline purposes, we might as well just do headlines. The NBA is rightfully making Sinclair jump through hoops for their new streaming deal. And I got to tell you, the sale of Ring of Honor, the wrestling promotion bought and purchased by Sinclair Broadcasting, which has been an albatross around their neck. So they had no choice. They sold it to Tony Khan of AEW fame. Gee, I wonder what he's going to do with that. I have a feeling we're gonna make this prediction. I think Ring of Honor is going to have a TV deal, but it's going to be streaming and it's going to be with HBO Max. But, and I add this, you could see Ring of Honor on TBS. Yes. Speaking of honor, Kirk Herbstreit will reportedly be Amazon's NFL analyst in addition to his ESPN duties. Greg Olson, Ryan Khalil, and Vince Vaughn are teaming up for a podcast network, Audiorama. Ooh, nice. Let's see. There we are. And a mother got picked up on a pitch-side mic on the Spanish-language sports network Tudin's Sporting Kansas City Houston Dynamo broadcast. Oopsie doodles. Shouldn't be doing that. There's your headlines. Not much going on in sports media, but then again, this is the off season. So we go from one extreme to the next, and it's time for our international segment. That's right, International Segment 3. Let's go to it. Get you the scores from tonight's exquisite action of soccer, and we go to the FA Cup 5th round. Nottingham Forest over Huddersfield Town 2-1. In Premier League soccer, Tottenham Hotspur beat Everton 5-0. Spanish La Liga, Athletic Bilbao over Levante 3-1. Danish Superliga, Nordsjælland over Aarhus. In the middle of our street, Aarhus 3-2 the score. In Portugal, Tondela and Belenenses tied at 1. In Turkish Super League action, it was Beşiktaş and Istanbul tied at 2. Gaziantep and Hatayspor tied at 2. Alanzapor beat Kayserispor 2-1. And in the Major League Soccer, it was the LA Football Club and Portland Timbers tied at 1. Guess what? That's it on that side. Do you realize we're coming to the home stretch of all this? That's right, kiddies. We are getting ready. Let's load them up and let's rock it as we take ourselves to that lasting limit, give you maybe a few updates, and then we say a bonne chance. We say to you all a good night. All right. Let's get you an update in the 12th minute of action in the third quarter. The Knicks lead the Sacramento Kings 90-87. And the Calgary Flames defeated the Edmonton Oilers 3-1. In Finnish soccer, it was soccer. In Finnish hockey, it was Helsinki over Kuku 2-1. And in, I guess we might as well say it, the only preseason baseball there is for a while, the Japanese Nippon Professional Baseball League had their games, their preseason games. So let's slowly go through them, shall we? In the fifth inning, Chinichi Dragons lead the York Buffaloes 1-0. In the fourth inning, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks lead the Yomiuri Giants 2-0. In the fifth inning, the Hanshin Tigers lead the Hiroshima Carp 2-0. Also in the fifth, the Chibalate Marines lead the Nippon Ham Fighters 4-0. Also in the fifth inning, Rakuten Gold Eagles lead the Akut Swallows 4-0. And if that's nothing new, another fifth inning, Yokohama Bay Stars lead Cebu Lions 4-1. In cricket, Pakistan leads by 17 runs with 10 wickets remaining in the second inning over Australia. And in the World International Cricket World Cup for the ladies, Australia's women require another 131 runs with 9 wickets and 235 balls remaining. There you go. There's the world of cricket for you. And by the way, Scotland and Ukraine's World Cup playoff against, well, each other, their World Cup semifinals scheduled for the 24th of March, has been postponed due to, of course, the Bronco busting, the war in Ukraine. So there you go on that smarty board. And do you realize we are going to hit the 50-minute mark? So, hey, what a right time to end tonight's broadcast. I also want to make mention. Why? Because I can. That we still that we still need to. There, let's go through here, please. That we got to give you a little update. We're still right now at $195. We got a long way to go. Oh, do we have a long way to go? Okay, we're just getting things down and out and over and through the woods. There we go. Okay, I want to show you once again that we are still taking donations via GoFundMe to help with the cost of the funeral for my mom. And, well, folks, I got to ask you, please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the people that you work for. We need to get this. This is my one and only GoFundMe uh, thing, whatever you want to call it. This is my one and only fundraiser that I'll be doing. It's very important to me. So if you will, please go to GoFundMe and trying to make sure you get the title and that. Go to GoFundMe.com and please donate. Have your friends donate. Have your family donate. Have your bosses donate. We would love to have this thing reach the top. We've got 5 donors so far. We need more, so please give. There's a lot of people who have helped, and I'm going to need a lot of people to help on the cleaning board here. So just remember, please help us. I would love to say goodbye to my mom with a clear conscience, knowing that your donation truly helped make a difference. So please donate any amount. We got to get this ball rolling. So please, I ask you to donate and have your friends donate, your family, your coworkers, your boss, and the person that owns the business. Donate, please. GoFundMe page is right there. And I think we can show if we can. We can. Here is the, is this the right one? Yeah. Here is, let me move this out. Here's the, there's the donation link right there on screen. Wish I learned how to put graphics on this, but there you go. So please donate. Help me out here, folks. Help me out. That's all I ask, is if you folks out there will help me out. Thank you, everybody. That's it from us. We will talk to you tomorrow at 11:35 with more of Steve's Sporty Balls. Until then, remember, folks, have your Sporty Balls cleaned. Remember, clean Sporty Balls are happy Sporty Balls, and happy Sporty Balls make the women giddy like schoolgirls. So keep your balls clean, folks. Don't try to deflate them. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. Back tomorrow to rock your sports world again with another edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. The Sporty Ball name is courtesy of Mandy Summers of Stuntman Comics, and we thank her most exceptionally. Now, before we do leave, I just want to remind you that we are going to try to stay here, but if we don't, we will be sadly forced to shut down the show for a while, as I will be moving to probably bunk with someone. If I can't find a roommate or anything else, I know, I don't know what the future is going to hold, but we're going to still do this program as best as we can. So we hope you'll watch and keep watching until the lights get turned out, which I have no idea, but we're gonna stay with this show, and quite possibly maybe next month, till about next month. But please keep watching, and please donate, and we will see you tomorrow with more fun, more excitement, and more of Steve's Sporty Balls. Good night, everybody. Be well.